Introduction. I'm not sure I'll forget it. It's been a long time since I've been here, and it seems like I'm facing the wrong way, and I get to enjoy air conditioning too, so let's see how this goes. Good morning, parents, staff, administrators, students, and most of all, the Orchard School class of 2014, for whom we have come together on this day in celebration of your magnificent accomplishment. My name is Jay Rosenthal. I am an alumnus of ANDRUS in the Orchard School, and I am honored to stand before you on this special day. Over the short 23 years I have spent on this earth so far, okay, maybe not that short, from my pre-ANDRUS years to today, there is much that I have learned, not always under the best of circumstances, and quite often not by choice. I came to ANDRUS a frightened, distrusting, and emotional child, missing the privacy and comforts of home, and missing the subtle things like my own room and my mother kissing me goodnight. But I left ANDRUS a more mature, motivated, and determined individual than before, on a path to new experiences, which ended in both successes, and although I don't like to admit it, failures as well. I've been in different places throughout my life, abusive and non-abusive residential and hospital environments being examples. Fortunately, ANDRUS was a safe place, and I have fond memories of my time here. Last month, I graduated with honors with my bachelor's degree in psychology from the Turner Institute of among the most prestigious psychology schools in the country. If you told me just 5 years ago that I would have accomplished that, I would have asked you, are you out of your mind? Today, I stand proud, planning to go back to school for my PhD in clinical psychology in 2018. This is a huge contradiction of my own initial experiences. But I'm not here to talk about my accomplishments. I'm here to celebrate yours. However, first I'd like to tell you a brief story. When I first came to ANDRUS, my social worker at the time, who has not been at ANDRUS for a number of years, so don't try to guess who it is, did not think that I would ever be able to make it to college, even as I was graduating high school. The director of that residential high school told me and my parents that I could not succeed in a four-year college at all, or live independently at the time. By the time I was preparing to transition to college, I had lived with others with developmental and psychiatric disorders for years, and this made the transition to a less restrictive and more diverse environment a little more difficult. But somehow I succeeded. That said, it's important to not lose touch with your home community, while within the community you've created at ANDRUS and wherever your future takes you. Throughout my life, I've been told that I can't or won't be able to accomplish certain things, and to accept my own limitations. I sometimes wonder what would have happened if I continued to accept those perceived limitations and not pursued my own goals, despite the odds against me and the advice of those around me. If there's anyone there who gave me that advice, I'm sorry. The topic of this speech is overcoming adversity. For those of you familiar with the term, it can mean different things to different people. Thus, while writing this speech, I decided to look adversity up in the dictionary. This was the definition I found. Adversity is a difficult situation or condition, misfortune, or tragedy. Now, what does that mean? Does it refer to trying to recover from a serious injury in time for basketball season when you're only 4 weeks away from your first game? Yes, that happened to me here. Does it refer to trying to find a job in your field when there are few available? Does it refer to missing an important meeting because of traffic and trying to explain this to your boss without losing your job? Does it refer to striving to succeed in life despite a disability or disease you may have? In short, the answer is that it refers to whatever you feel is a difficult situation or condition, misfortune, or tragedy. I want you all to take a moment and ask yourselves, when was the last time someone asked you what you wanted to do with your life, despite what their opinions may be? When was the last time someone asked you how you wanted to feel, despite how you were feeling at the time? If no one is asking you those questions, and you have not answered them on your own, now would be as good a time as any to start pursuing answers to those questions. If it's not possible to accomplish a goal one way, there's always another way to do it. Finding that way is central to overcoming adversity. Finding that way is not always easy, but in many ways, life really isn't easy in general. In order to successfully overcome adversity and achieve your ultimate goals, whether they're emotional, vocational, or otherwise, you need two tools: ability, and motivation. You need to understand who you are and find within yourself the overwhelming desire to overcome whatever difficulties have caused adversity in your life. You may have to work harder than some, but it is not in any way a limitation. Sometimes, the circumstances that cause adversity in each of our lives can be used as an advantage, as it requires working harder and going through more difficult situations to reach the same accomplishments, like you are doing today, that some may take for granted. The hard work and perseverance in overcoming adversity are desirable traits to have professionally and can only help you succeed to the best of your ability, even to exceed your own expectations. As I stated before, I have surprised myself in this way as well. Thus, I beg you to never forget what you have learned from your past while enjoying the present and continuing to craft your future, whatever your adverse situations or experiences may be. Making your own decisions, despite whatever limitations others recommend you accept, will give you the opportunity to bask in the light of your own accomplishments, which were achieved of your own accord. A difficult battle won, based on making your own personal aspirations your reality. Our past experiences help shape how we see ourselves, how we see others, and how we understand the world, which I eventually came to understand. Understanding this helped immensely in triumphing over the adversities of discrimination, being separated from my family and home community earlier than those who do not go away to school, and numerous other roadblocks throughout my childhood. And I will continue to use my past and present experiences to overcome every adverse situation I encounter and become who I want to become. There may be some traumas in anyone's past, but I know that what I have experienced and the knowledge I have gained from those experiences have not only helped me into the person I am today, but continue to help me in preparing for the future. Without looking at my past, my present, and what I want for the future, I would not have been able to write the words I am passing on to you today, in the hopes that they may be of help to you now or in the future. To sum up everything that has been said here, there will always be rules wherever you go, from federal laws to state laws to rules of the road to rules of the school to rules of the street and beyond. Some might say there are way too many, but rules are not always what may hold you back. It may be what beliefs and views you have created from your own experiences, or opinions and advice from authorities that are different from your own. But you don't have to make those opinions a reality if you choose not to. In that sense, I cannot stress how important it is to remember that, contrary to whatever somebody may say, no one knows you better than yourself. Be your own best advocate. Whether it means overcoming adversity on your own, finding the right person or tools to help you, or something completely different. Life is what you make of it, and how you feel despite the odds against you. Go make both the person you are and the person you want to be the same person. Congratulations, graduates, and may your futures turn out the way you hope them to.